Hear nothing.
Yelling is because I can't hear anything, so I don't know.
Well, I yell because I can't hear it anyway, so. Okay, did the pledge, do your roll call, Bub.
Brown,
Yes.
Henley.
Yep.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson.
Yes.
Wilson. Thank you.
Okay, public forum, Cody, you got 405 West Main, is that your address, or is that what you want to talk about?
Well, that's my business address.
Okay, we had me confused for a second, I
Maybe I
wasn't sure.
conflated it. No, when I got those certified financial reports from last year, I thought I read something about 17 million in current assets, and you said that wasn't correct, or the way the auditor has you show it is kind of confusing, or something you were saying to me. What is the total current assets?
Well, there's different types of assets, what do you want to know which
Well,
one?
current assets would be anything that's, easily convertible to cash, CDs, virtual, CDs, bank accounts.
We
that
got
kind of stuff.
72 CDs, none of this is in front of me, so
Right,
I'm
just-
giving you the best information I can. We had 72 CDs, we've renewed some, had to roll some, but between the CDs, the checking, and Gail backed me up on these, I know we had 10.5 in CDs. What are we holding the checking and savings, another 3?
I look at numbers all day, I can't give
Okay.
you.
So, and then the other assets are assets on record of non-liquid versions, but to sit here and come off right now.
No, I'm just
Without
rough-
looking at,
So it's pretty close at 17 million then.
I'll be honest with you, with the auditors working on stuff now, from when we did our last audit to now, I can't tell you if those numbers have, I doubt if they've grown, but I also don't think they've significantly decreased either.
How much of those are reserved for retirements and that kind of long-term liabilities?
Percentage wise,
Yeah,
without looking, having it in front of me, couldn't tell you.
5 million, 2 million, 10 million?
Somewhere between 500,000 and 50 million. That help you?
I guess my other concern would be is a lot of these streets are getting pretty bumpy. If there's, with the inflation that we're seeing, maybe it's not the best use to put the money in the banks if, what you don't need for reserves, for retirements and such, and.
Yeah, well, the thing about the reserves, we got the reserves in, number one, big portion of that's electric for our generator and whatnot. The other big portion of reserves is for gas purchases and whatnot, without the knowledge of what gas prices can do from month to month, which you know how those
But
operate.
you're covered by that through the ratepayers for the.
Not necessarily, because, one of the reasons we're looking at our rate increases is because of the losses we've had the last 12 months in all aspects of the utilities due to expense increase, due to inflation. It's costing more than it ever has for that stuff. Getting parts to replace stuff that we know we need to replace, meters and what kind. We've taken a big hit the last 12 months in all departments, gas, water, sewer, and electric, in regard to expenses because of purchase prices and that. And we just discussed the other day, over the last 4 years, we've lost 200 households. We've got larger expenses for all those utility costs spread over a smaller number of people. Hence the reason we've lost the money we've lost the last 12 months, and we've gone in the red on all 4 of those. So in order for us to offset that and still keep the quality that we want of our service and our product, then we gotta adjust those rates. Now, Lori and the public utility folks have been looking at those. We've settled on water and sewer increases. We've got a proposal we're looking at on electric, but we're gonna talk about those later on tonight. So we know we've gotta do some adjusting because we're losing bill payers
Sure.
and increasing expenses. And, you take a larger amount of cost over a smaller amount of people, the only way you're gonna stay in the black is to make some increases.
Sure.
And a lot of those areas have not been increased. I came on the council in 12, and I can't remember a rate increase since 2012 in any line.
Yeah, I wasn't really, I guess, worried so much about that. I was more concerned why we're putting so much money into banks when it's probably gonna be eaten up by inflation anyway, when
Well, the
You know,
reason,
there's roads and things that could, that could put some money in the economy to local construction, would be my
yeah.
observation, you guys do what you need to do.
The reason we put the money in the banks is back in 21, when I first came in, sworn in, we had gotten on around 13 million in cash reserves, including checking, savings, whatever. We'd gotten about $4,000 of interest,
Right,
and we wasn't doing anything with it, so we went in and worked with the banks to get a better interest rate on our CDs, and our interest went to about 560,000 a year. And that money then bolstered up every department we had, because the majority of that was electric,
Mhm.
which I said we gotta keep those reserves on because of the generator.
yeah,
And then gas had a big portion of that. Gas and electric are the two primary money makers for the city, and those monies are used to offset pretty much everything else we do as best the auditors allow us to transfer.
what's the average CD rate that is ballpark? 4%,
I got them
6%?
anywhere from 3 months at the time, from 4.35 up to 5.25, depending upon the term and the length. And we've renewed them since as they come through. There was 72 of them. I don't think there's 72 now. I think we're down into 67 or 68 of them. But we still have around 10 million in there that's in there drawing interest for us. We use the interest that's come back to us. It goes to the appropriate department. We use that for everyday expenses and what we need. The actual CDs are in reserve. We've got some of them where we can use them on collateral for loans to finish some project up.
Sure.
But it's taken 20-some years or more to get the reserves where they're at. I don't see it's a good financial move to blow reserve money that is taking that long to build up, when we can use it sparingly in different areas to still get through projects.
The
done.
cities municipalities can easily borrow typically, right? So, I mean,
Yeah, the city's
if
got
you're,
debt.
if you're breaking even with inflation, maybe you should put the money in the economy. That'd be my observation, but
Okay, well.
anyway, that's
So
all I
that's,
have.
our city debt limit's 3 mil,
Okay,
and, we don't wanna push that,
sure.
because you still have, if you have the debt, you got the payments.
Right.
And if we can get by and afford what we need to do for everybody
Right.
and not have that, why,
Sure.
that's the way we wanna work with it. But yeah, no, that's where we're at. Close number, it's not an exact number.
Sure.
If you go print that, it ain't gonna be right.
Right.
I'm giving you the best numbers if I can, based on the last time, Gail and I looked at them, so,
Thank you.
okay. Community affairs. In your packet, you have, let me make sure I got the first one here in order. We have resolution number 080425A. It is KZ in Action sponsoring the 5K foot race, which is done on Saturday, August the 30th. And pretty much the same thing they've done the last few years, isn't it, Jeremy? So it's just resolution to be able to allow the
To close down.
temporary closed part of the state highway 49.
Correct.
So, from 7 AM to 9 AM is requested. You have to go through the resolution in order to be able to do it, so, in order to be able to have the 5K run for the KZ in Action, then we need to approve the resolution for the closing of Route 49 from 7 AM to 9 AM. So,
Which obviously won't be that long, but it's.
right, it's,
20 minutes long.
Yeah.
yeah, but long enough to get the people we need in place and then get it reopened without having problems. So, motion to approve resolution number 080425A, the CIA 5K closing of the road for the popcorn run.
I'll make the motion.
Miss Marcy, a second, please.
I'll second.
Miss Carleen? Whenever you're ready, bud.
Richardson,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Brown, Hanley,
Yes.
Mumford.
Yes.
Okay. Second, you got the other copies, I'll sign it later.
Yeah.
The second one is resolution number 080425B, which is the Popcorn Festival Parade, which is also close off Route 49 from 40 to Main Street, like we always have the parade route. for the, purpose of having the, parade. Those hours, that, shall run between the hours of 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. on August the 30th also. Again, we'll have the, that'll be a little bit closer to that specific time frame than the other. It won't be any, that's pretty much the time the parade will run. So we're pretty close there. So anybody has any questions, answer now. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution 080425B as we have mentioned.
So moved.
Ms. Laurie, a second.
Second.
Mr. Hanley, whenever you're ready.
Wilson,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Hamley,
Yes.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson.
Yes.
Okay. Moving forward, we have the regular meeting minutes of our last regular meeting, which was Monday, July 22nd in your packet.
My first.
What'd I say, 22nd?
Yeah.
The day before the 22nd. 21st. I think it's written down right, I think I just said it wrong. Does it say the 21st?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have any questions about it, bring them up now. You look them over. If not, why entertain a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of Monday, July 21st as written and recorded.
I will, it's minimal, but the meeting minutes on page 3 say July the 7th. Remind us.
Amend it, but approve it with.
Yep, with amendment.
With amendment.
Oh, there it is, I see July 10th, 7th, 28th, and 4th Street, so I wasn't sure which number you was looking at, huh? Okay, with the correction, meeting minutes to state on top of page number 3, July 21, 2025, correction made, motion to amend the meeting to say as such and approve with amendment.
So moved.
Ms. Laurie, second please.
I'll second.
Mr. Tanner. Mr. Brown.
She said true.
Yeah, you think so?
Whatever you are.
Yeah.
Brown,
Yes.
Hamley, yes. Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson, Wilson.
Yes.
I'm gonna start calling him Raleigh Fingers, he's starting to look with that. On the end. Okay, got those done. Okay, moving on to officer reports. Jeremy, you have the floor.
Thank you. I'm just looking for approval of the July 2025 bills paid. Total amount, $1,374,272.88.
Got them there in the packet. Anybody see anything they wanna ask questions about, anything looks distinctly out of line or anything?
A lot of stuff going on in July. MFT was paid, part of the ARPA, the pickleball court project was paid. Just had a lot going on.
Yeah. So, and we're moving along pretty good with that project, so yeah, we're getting stuff done, so we had a little bit of outgoing that particular for the month of July, so if there's any questions, ask. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the, payment of the July 2025 bills as recorded.
So moved.
Ms. Laurie, second, please. Mr. Hanley, whenever you're ready.
Hamley,
Yes.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I got.
That's all you had?
Mm-hmm.
Gail, ma'am, treasurer, you have the floor.
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, we did yours beforehand, so that works. Okay, moving on. City Attorney Willenberg, ma'am, you got the floor.
Yes, the first matter I have is a resolution declaring certain real property improvements thereon as being dangerous and unsafe, 607 East Madison, Casey, Illinois. This property, we did have a ordinance violation case against, in the last, several months, the property has significantly deteriorated. So, I believe it's appropriate to go the more formal route and declare it dangerous and unsafe. We will send notice to anybody with an interest in the property. If they fail to remediate it or provide a written plan in accordance with the requirements of the statute, then we will file, dangerous and unsafe action in Clark County Court.
I just wanna make sure I knew which place it was.
607 East Madison.
Yeah,
Did I say that?
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't, sometimes I associate the name of the place and not the address. I wanna make sure I was thinking of the right one.
This has actually, it looks like it has a main residential building, and it looks like the accessory building was converted to residence. Cause it has spray painted like a new address on the front, so I think there's actually
That's
two,
cool.
Yeah.
There's been a fire in both of them.
Yeah.
two,
And,
residential structures on the same tract.
It is dangerous and unsafe squared. And it needs to be taken care of, so, I support her moving that to the more, a top priority position to get it resolved and taken care of, so, with that being said, I need approval, a motion to approve resolution number 080425C, dangerous and unsafe property at the address of 607 East Madison.
I'll make the motion.
Ms. Marcy, second, Mr. Hanley. Whenever you're set.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Brown,
yes.
Hamley.
Yes.
Now, I will say that in regard to the dangerous and unsafe properties and our, junk rubbish debris and the others, between Adam and Tracy and her folks, that list is being whittled down greatly, and town's starting to look nicer and sharper because of it. Yeah, it's costing a little bit of money, it costs a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but the Hunsucker and the staff, but they're doing a great job with it. And, Adam just come to me with list number 3 of new ones to work on, and quite frankly, the 52 we started with are down to about 3 or 4, give or take. And
Maybe a
you've
little
got-
bit more.
And you've got most of those scheduled court dates for most of those.
We have court dates for most of those. I do have an update really quick. So we did file an abandoned property and I failed to grab the address. So normally I don't list names, but I don't have the address with me. Robert Lee Goodwin and Debbie Huffman. We had,
709 South Central.
thank you. So that one, we had filed a complaint to declare abandoned, it had past due taxes, it was dangerous and unsafe, all the factors were present. We had, recently learned that the taxes were paid current, so no longer qualifies as abandoned, but it most assuredly qualifies as dangerous and unsafe. So we'll be dismissing the abandoned one and let you know why there's gonna be a little bit of a delay. Dismissing the abandoned action, and next month we'll declare it dangerous and unsafe under a different statutory provision to allow us to continue to seek remediation of that tract. So that one, sometimes things happen where we have to go a different route, and that's one of those.
We'll end up with the same result, just a different path to get there.
Well, the goal is always to end up with a remediation as a
Right.
result, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, ma'am?
No, I'm not.
You're done? Mr. Biggs, sir?
Yeah, one thing, we got to use our new gate valve at the pond today during the rain event.
Good.
And no water backed up into the southeast part of town at all. PJ's played with that gate valve. He loaded down 19 inches and he was able to get it to where the water coming in was the same as the water going out, so.
So it's doing what we wanted
Lines
to
it
do.
did exactly what we
Good.
needed it to do.
Awesome.
Good deal.
So,
And
my hats off to Brent Mason too.
yeah,
He sat there and figured all that out.
well, that's the first time we've actually had to play with it, and we knew it was gonna be a bit of a trial and error method to get it done, but I guarantee you the boys on Van Buren and, what's that other street, Harrison?
Yeah,
Are
we're happy.
loving it, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you didn't want it to be low for the Popcorn Festival. so-
correct.
So it turned out really good.
The last time it got real low was when we had all the algae problem, and we finally got it corrected, and now it's back up to where it looks nice, it's doing its job.
And you run the fountain too.
Run the
Once
fountain.
it gets to a certain depth, you can't run that
Yeah.
west fountain.
Took us 3 years, guys, but we got it to where we wanted to get it. So
It
that's
looks
good.
really nice.
It does, and I've had good comments about everything at the park with what we're doing, and, all this crap takes time, but we're getting there slowly but surely, so.
And
Thank you.
the water system is not tied to the pond, so the algae has nothing.
Yeah, we're not, no problems with the water like there are in some other areas, we don't
And
have,
everybody feels for that.
yeah, we don't have,
Not an issue here.
we
right?
don't have that issue, thank God. Okay, Shelby, anything else, sir?
That's all I have.
Okay. Chief, your floor, sir.
The only thing I'll add to is you mentioned that list. I'd send it out to all the aldermen. If there's a residence or property that I overlooked, please bring it to my attention. I'll get it updated.
We did go look at the one you mentioned the other day. And when you come by 2 of the 3 roads, you can't tell. When you go by the alley, it's very noticeable. Adam worked on that one and that's moved up on that priority list because somebody could get definitely hurt or killed in that particular, cause it's bad on the, but you can't see it from the 2 main roads.
That's why I told him you have to go down the
Alley.
alley
Yeah.
to see it.
So, but we got that on there, thank you. They're on there, she's on it. I have found this out, once her people get on it with his direction, usually something happens. You know, and that's mostly good. Yeah, no, that's a pat on the back, I didn't say,
Yeah.
I did not use the fun sucker word because I was giving you a compliment on that.
No,
That
but
was
I didn't
good.
know what, like, I don't know what property we can get. Again, I'm not always a fan.
I don't
It's not
know,
been sent to
it's
me
not been
yet.
sent to me yet, it's this one we just seen between the last meeting and this one. But we'll get it on your list and you'll have it declared pretty quickly. Anything else, sir?
No, that's all I had.
So, I did get a ride in the new, police vehicle the other day.
Hopefully in the back.
Doesn't have the bars in it yet, so I was able to act like I was a normal passenger. So, but it's a nice ride. We are gonna keep that truck to be able to use for, if Dave needs a truck for the EMA, or we need a truck to haul stuff, we're gonna be able to keep that truck and use it, trade a different unit in, so we have a pickup truck for hauling also, so it's gonna work out very, very nice. So, but it's here, it's in the process of waiting on parts to come so we can do the equipment we need for it, so. Okay, anything else, chief, or we done?
No, that's all I had.
Okay, Tom, sir, you got the floor.
Next Thursday, August 14th, the board of the Central Illinois Land Bank Authority will be voting to admit us to the land bank.
That's what date again, sir?
Thursday, August 14th.
Okay,
I'll be finishing up the Midwest CDI conference in Springfield that day at noon, and then I'll drive over to Champaign. I'll be able to go to that meeting.
is that when the meeting's held, it's in Champaign?
Champaign,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, one presumes we're going to be approved. It'll be a little awkward if I'm there. But, yeah, once we're part of that, we can proceed to start having the land bank help out with some of these,
Do you want,
abandoned.
do you want any of your
houses.
committee there with you, or you wanna handle that yourself?
I can handle it myself.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, so that's exciting that will move forward. And on the 15th, we have another free concert downtown, which is Mitch Faulkner. And then on the 16th, we have American Honey.
Which, American Honey, if I haven't told you in the past, is my mother-in-law Millie Lee that did all the singing. It's her 2 nieces that have a band out of Louisville, Kentucky. It's the 125th Gentry family reunion that weekend. So they was bringing in the band to play at the reunion, and so, John happened to have some available time on Saturday, so they're gonna do, with the exception of a couple of travel expenses for a couple of non-family members, they're gonna do pretty much a free concert downtown. And they've recorded in Nashville and in Louisville and in Cincinnati. So they're country rock. They're pretty good. If you've ever listened to my deceased mother-in-law sing, Millie Lee, they're a lot like her style of music. It'll be a good time. And they won't short us, I guarantee you. All the gentrys like to talk and sing. So, okay. Anything else, sir?
That's it.
All right. Mr. Craig, sir.
As we were discussing earlier, one of the sirens, South Siren, has been speaking on its own. We've had a few reports of it, so I have talked to radio service, and since that section of the siren is not being used by the county, we're gonna turn off the voice on that system.
And that's the same one to give the bomb drill.
Yeah,
warning.
the odd sounding sirens.
The nuke warning back a couple of months ago, yeah. Yeah, it's freaking people out, it's haunted, we need to probably look at replacing that one. see if we can get the spirit out of it.
I kinda enjoy it.
But I know some of the folks down the south end of town scare the heck out of them whenever it starts talking to them, so. The voice from above. Okay. Everything else in good order?
Nope, everything else is good.
Okay. And moving on, new business. We have talked about the rates. Lori and her group have already set water and sewer. But Lori and I have been talking back and forth. We was going to try to do an approval of the electric rate increase, but after talking, we wanna go back and double check all of our figures and make sure what we're doing is not too little, not too much, and is appropriate for what we wanna try to get accomplished. We lost, last fiscal year, we was $495,000 in the red on electric. Our goal is to bring that up to where we're not fighting a deficit, but our goal is to not make a hell of a lot of money on it. We're a break-even organization and not necessarily a for-profit organization. So we wanna go back and, restudy those numbers and see what exactly we need to do to get us to a point where we can offset the losses and not perpetuate more of a rate increase on the citizens than we have to. So is that pretty well worded the way we wanna word it, huh? Okay.
But it's gut wrenching, and I'm telling you, it's not been easy for me to have to stand up here and raise these rates. It's hard, cause
Well, just like you
it's
said.
daily living, and so it's hard, so I wanna go back and relook at this, so.
You know, and one of the things we've talked about, guys, and it's not new news, for years, nothing was done. We had past councils, members that didn't wanna touch the rates and would use some of the dollars we had otherwhere as far as profits to offset. It's all well and good when you, within a reasonable amount, but now, with these expenses doing what they've done, some of the electric rates out there with some of the other providers, and Shelby's got most of the numbers on this, have doubled or close to tripled in the last 6 to 8 months, with no sign of it slowing down. And there again, like I was telling Cody there before the meeting, we got a fewer number of households to split a very large increase of cost over. And if you wanna maintain the same service, same type of service with the same product, we gotta be able to make some adjustments. We are one of the few communities around, and probably one of the very smallest, that are self-sufficient in sewer, water, gas, electric, and street. We wanna keep that independence, cause if you lose independence in electric or gas, then you're gonna be dependent upon Ameren, or what companies do gas service around other than our own, Lou?
There's like Nicor and stuff like that, the
Okay,
bigger
yeah.
cities around.
Okay, so, and we've got our own people that can come out on a moment's notice, fix a leak, address a problem, and go right to the point. We don't wanna lose that, you know, because quite frankly, citizens of Casey, we're spoiled with what we've got. And I wanna continue to be spoiled because of what we got and the folks we have working that, so we wanna readjust it. I do wanna take another look with Lori. I told her I wanted to double check some of these numbers. You know, yeah, there's gonna have to be some increases, and they're not gonna be pleasant, and they're not gonna be pretty, but they're gonna have to be done to keep us where we are and what we need. That's just part of the program, and I'd like to gain those 700 people and those 200 houses back in the next 4 or 5 years to offset that, maybe pick up a couple businesses, and hopefully somewhere in the not too distant futures, we can address some of those situations on some of the things we're talking about too. So that's where we're at on that. But we're gonna table that for now and bring that up at the next meeting for discussion, okay? Okay with you, Lori?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Reports of public hearing on 8-4 for appropriations. We just had that right before this meeting. We went through everything. We didn't have any comments from the public in general over that. Cody did speak to us a few minutes ago in front of the, regular meeting in regard to some numbers there with, reserves, assets and whatnot. But, the actual public hearing meeting that we did at 5:30, there was no comments there other than just to talk about what we were looking at. So we're in a position, we're in a position now moving forward. We can approve ordinance number 587, which is our annual appropriation ordinance bill of the city of Casey, Clark County, Illinois, for the fiscal year AD 25-26. Okay, a motion to approve our appropriations. Miss Carlene's nodding no.
I was listening to you and agreeing with
I'm
you.
assuming you was agreeing, I'm not taking a nap, okay, I'm with you, I'm with you on that one.
I was up early today.
Okay, a second, please, Miss Marcy.
Richardson,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Hanley,
Yes.
Mumford.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, passes. Tanner, Jeremiah, publicly, thank you. That was a lot of time, your first time thrown under the bus, and the first couple hours, I seen eyes spinning, and wheels a turning, and smoke a flying, but I appreciate it.
No problem. It's a learning experience.
Yep. Okay, moving on. Alderman reports. Mr. Brown, sir?
I don't have anything this week.
Okay. Mr. Jenkins is not here. Miss Lori, ma'am?
I do have some, a few things. I just want to say the water in the pond looks wonderful. It didn't take as long to fill back up as what we
Well
thought it was
thought.
gonna be.
And now when you get
so-
14 inches rain in 2
Yeah.
weeks, it doesn't.
Yeah. The last concert that they had up here, I mean, I have heard so much good about that. So, that
That
Moss, oh my gosh, there was kids dancing, and, I mean, I got up and kinda wandered around a little bit, but, that was wonderful, so,
We hit our objective with this, what you're saying.
yeah. I
Good.
mean, there's a lot of people there.
Good. I'll pass that on to John and that, and I know Tom
Yeah.
works with John on that, so does Marcy and her. Who's on that committee with you? You, who else? On our economic development and our festival committee? You and
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah and Carleen? Got the three of you?
I think I got moved off that when I got to the ordinance.
Oh, on the right side of the table?
If you don't remember who it is, how the hell you?
We need to have a meeting at the time.
I was on it until we restructured.
Okay, good enough.
But that was really good. How much longer do we have the students?
2 of them will be gone Friday, the other 2 will be gone
The next week, yeah.
I just wanna say thank you to them. I don't know who they are, but they're wonderful.
They're a good group of
I
boys.
mean, when it's 100 degrees outside and they're down in a ditch weed eating, that's something to say. I mean.
Youth has its privileges, sweetheart.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, I just wanna thank all of them that,
Well, let's give the public shout out. It's Fred Thomas, which one of the roads was?
Grant Coconut,
Grant Kokenauer,
Brady Rhodes.
Brady Rhodes.
Tech and Cameron. I need some help on this one.
Bennett.
Bennett,
can,
Cameron Bennett.
Did you get those? I couldn't remember the name, Sharon. He went by them pretty quick and went right over the top of my, you know who they are, cause you probably know them from school. So, okay.
well, I just think that because that's freed up our other people that does stuff and, they take it with a grain of salt. I mean.
They're great
so
workers.
They
Can't
are.
complain.
Yeah. And then the last thing I have is, the ditch that is on the southwest part of town that we rocked, it looked really, really nice, like on that southwest part of town for the drainage. I mean, it's,
The one that goes straight west of the softball diamond? That
no,
one?
on the southwest.
Between Main Street and the railroad tracks, over by Helena, or going out in the part where the ditch, or field.
If you take,
We're like 3rd and 4th Street split there. Going back
Yeah.
towards Dean Bennett's.
yes, down there by Dean Bennett's place.
Okay.
The weeds are as tall as those people's house. I don't know if we can spray that, but it has to be infested with mosquitoes.
Is that our ditch or is that farmer ditch?
I mean, you can't even see the rock that's in there. So I mean, no one has complained, but I just feel like we need to do something.
It may
It's
have-
like really out of hand,
It may have to wait till fall now.
which is fine, but I wanna get it on somebody's, I mean, it's bad,
Well, let's
so.
come in, let's look at Carmax and kill everything in the ditch.
I just feel like nobody down there has complained, but when I was driving the other night, I'm like, look at those weeds, they're as tall as that lady's house. I mean, just need to do
I'll
something.
take a look.
And we do have that right of way along the side of that ditch, so we could probably go in right now, once it dries up, mow that down,
I mean, It's probably be a couple days
Why
from
don't
now. Imagine it's
Oh,
under,
yeah.
imagine it's underwater right now.
Yeah, I mean, it needs attention, so, anyway, that's all I have.
Let's you
we
and
just
I,
cleaned that ditch out. Year before last.
Yeah,
let's you and I look at that this week. Let's you and I look at that this week.
that's all I have.
Good night. Jeremiah,
I don't have anything new. Did you get a chance, Shelby, to look at those, the boys addressed that sidewalk on?
We already took care of it. The day after you said it, we're good.
I figured you did, so I don't have anything new.
okay. The problem was fixed before we knew we had one, right? Works. Marcy, man,
I have 4 quick and easy questions.
okay?
I get asked all the time, because people are so excited, when will the pickleball court be ready for use? Do
Um,
you have an idea?
I just talked to the fence guy, looks like the fence won't be delivered till the 15th of August. So hopefully he'll get that in the next week. The painter was gonna be the 2nd or 3rd week of August, so hopefully he's still on schedule, but he'll have to be after the fence is done. So, I was hoping for before Labor Day weekend, but I doubt it now, with the
Okay.
fencing on,
Our goal has always been October first,
yeah.
Okay.
so,
So
and
the
we're,
public's goal was a little quicker.
yeah, well,
It's-
they're not the ones working on it.
And so, no, it just the fence got, a lot of fencing got ordered this spring, and so something happened, but, so hopefully,
Mhm.
Well, I have an answer, that's what I need.
yes,
Yeah.
that's where we're at with
Thank
that.
Okay, last year, we talked a lot about the bathrooms in the campground, we had a list of things. Is that in progress, or is that something we need to revisit?
I have talked to Shelby and BJ, and they're in the process of getting what they need to paint the campground, the bathroom by the pickleball, and the bathroom by the trucker dive. Those are also, 2 of those are also ones that got hit and vandalized.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the process of repairing, if we've not already repaired some of that. And then also, I've been working with the chief to get cameras up so we can nail the little guys, folks, culprits.
By the way, there
Yeah.
is, speaking of that topic, there is the ability to pass a regulation to impose obligations on the parents.
Good.
If you guys, I know of another couple communities have been evaluating that because they've been seeing a lot more vandalism, especially in their parks and other community properties. And it's been it was in the news recently where you would impose the financial obligations on the parents.
So if there's an ordinance or something we have to do for that, then you start working on that with head shaking everybody here. Is it
Yeah,
criminal,
others-
is it criminal or is it an ordinance violation?
Well, there's an ordinance you can do an ordinance violation. The other thing that you can do that we've been seeing quite a bit of, and I think that's part of this, is community service, imposing a community service obligation.
We was told before we couldn't do that, right?
Well, there's let me look at what they're passing and I'll send it to you, but
Wasn't that
I
what we talked
briefly read
about
it.
before, Jeremiah?
Well, that was
Well,
just using.
that was using it for public works.
That was using them to paint bathrooms. We were gonna try to get some community service people, but
That's public works issues, that's not like dirty jobs like cleaning the bathrooms,
Well, if they're the ones that messed up, they'll be the ones cleaning them,
cleaning up vandalism.
that's what I'm saying. So, okay, you work on what we can do, and you and I argue what we can't do, we'll go from there. Next question, Marcia.
Okay, the contract mowing in the park, people are very protective of the path now, I get questions all the time, but it seems like they're mowing and turning very quickly on the path and leaving marks and maybe making little dents in it, so just kinda keep an eye on that.
Well, we're gonna review that, because I've had other complaints about the mowing down at the park, so I'm going to review that whole contract with the folks that's doing the mowing.
Okay,
And if they are not up to snuff in their performance, then we're going to null and void the contract, and once I get a hold of her and do it, and start finding somebody else to do it and do it properly.
they're just in a very big hurry, that's probably the problem.
That, and I'm wondering about the, what sort I wanna use. I'm not sure, they wanna get the job done, they don't really care about the job that gets done. That's what it looks like to me, and I've had more than one person call me and say to me that grass is blown everywhere and stuff is being missed and areas aren't mowed and that kind of thing. So I'm going to review that with Shelby and Adam and see if it looks like it's, meets our requirements as a job done the way it should be done. And if not, why, we will revisit the contract and be working with her to null and void if we think it's that.
Okay,
To that
thank
level.
you.
That was three, got one more.
I have one more. Gail, could we get that statement of cash and investments monthly like we used to? I think that's good information for us. Thank you.
Not just collectors, you're talking all the cash and investments.
We used to get a report.
Yes, yeah, no,
That was what it
yeah,
was called.
yeah, yeah. The total revenues that come in from all sources on top of the collectors report, yes.
Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Miss Carleen?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Me. Moving forward, we had a meeting today with the consulting group that was working on replacement for Shelby. We met here. There were 25 applicants. We have 5 we're moving forward with interviewing. I don't wanna mention their names now, but, we had, they had split their consulting up into tier groups. And we had 4 tier 1 good matches, really good matches, and a couple of tier 2 matches that weren't far off. We did not have any applicants certified in water and sewer. We knew that probably wouldn't be the case, because if they were, they wasn't gonna come to a smaller town and take a pay cut, probably. But the ones we got are some very good names. We are going to do interviews on the 14th and 15th of August. And once we get those interviews through and have some, clear cut, I'd like to narrow it down to a couple of the 5 and then move on from there. And once I talk to our consultant on the procedure after that, we'll go from there and figure out what we can do to move forward with that. Our goal is to have them on by no later than October 1st, was our official shoot date. So, plus Shelby may get fed up with us sooner and wanna leave, you never know. But that, and we're also working on, now that we don't have anybody that was certified in water and sewer, working with Jeremy on what we can and cannot do as far as having Shelby availability to sign off on some stuff. The IMRF has some rules and regulations, and we got to walk through those and see what we can do, not put Shelby in a position, if he helps us out, that he jeopardizes retirement or retirement dollars or anything like that, and that's a slippery slope with the IMRF, so we gotta do a little more research there. But that will not keep us from moving forward with the replacement. We'll be able to do that anyway and go from there, okay? Is that the only thing, that's the only thing I intended on talking about? Okay, Lou, we still got 15 minutes for the club start.
We're good.
Okay, with that being said, does anybody have any questions about anything we discussed, talked about? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn at 6:46.
Make a motion.
Motion, Mr. Hanley, a second. Mr. Brown, got it right that time, first time, Tanner. Brown vote.
Yes. Hanley? Yes. Mumford?
Yes.
Richardson?
Yes.
I
Thanks, folks.